In a surprising turn of events, a recently declassified FBI document has captured the attention of researchers and the public alike. The document suggests that Earth may have been visited by entities not from another planet, but from a parallel dimension. According to the text, these beings are described as multidimensional, possessing technologies and capabilities far beyond our current understanding. Memorandum 6751 is an interesting document that was released online by the FBI. It is quite a challenge to come across, but the aforementioned document is part of a vast collection of thousands, although it stands out due to its distinct nature. What sets it apart is its intricate exploration of mysterious entities, advanced technological advancements, and intriguing gateways. The documentation was released in 2015 and has been used by researchers into the unknown as proof that we know of advanced beings. According to the content of the document, the beings in question possess technological capabilities far beyond anything currently developed on Earth. Their craft, or the phenomena associated with them, appear to function through mechanisms that allow for the manipulation of space and time. These vehicles are not necessarily constructed from matter as humans understand it. Rather, they seem to operate through vibrational energies, possibly using what the document refers to as etheric power. This energy, largely unknown to mainstream science, may be fundamental to their ability to transition between dimensions and appear to materialize or vanish without a trace. The document reads as follows. San Diego, California, July 8, 1947. A memorandum of importance. This memorandum is respectfully addressed to certain scientists or distinction to important astronomical and military authorities, to a number of public officials, and to the FOM publications. The writer has little expectation that everything of importance will be accomplished by this gesture. Nevertheless, it seems a public duty to make it available. The present writer has several university degrees and was formerly a university department head. A very serious situation may develop at any time with regard to the flying saucers. If one of those should be attacked, the attacking plane will almost certainly be destroyed. In the public mind, this might create near panic and international suspicion. The principal data concerning these craft is now at hand and must be offered, no matter how fantastic and unintelligible it may seem to mind not previously instructed in timing of this type. 1. Part of the discs carry crews. Others are under remote control. 2. Their mission is peaceful. The visitors contemplate settling on this planet. 3. These visitors are human-like but much larger in size. 4. They come from their own world. 5. They do not come from any planet as we use this word, but from another planet which interpenetrates with our own and is not perceptible to us. 6. The bodies of the visitors and the craft also automatically materialize on entering the vibratory ratio of our dense matter. 7. The disk possesses a type of radiant energy or array which will easily disintegrate any attacking ship. They re-enter the Earth at will, and so simply disappear from our vision without a trace. 8. The region from which they come is not the astral plane, but corresponds to the lokes or tails. Students of this matter will understand these terms. 9. They probably cannot be reached by radio, but probably can be by radar, if a signal system can be devised for that. We give information and warnings and can do no more. Let the newcomers be treated with every kindness. Unless the discs are withdrawn, a redacted with which our culture and science are incapable of redacted. A heavy responsibility rests upon those who are in authority to understand this matter. End quote. One of the most thought-provoking implications of the document is its assertion that these beings exist in a different vibrational state. This concept suggests that physical appearance and form, as humans know it, may not apply in the same way to multidimensional life. These visitors may exist in a parallel layer of reality, one that shares space with ours, but remains undetected unless they choose to manifest. This theory could potentially explain many of the perplexing aspects of UFO sightings, such as sudden disappearances, strange flight patterns, and the seeming ability of objects to pass through solid surfaces. What stands out is not only the content of the memo, but the fact that such ideas found their way into an official archive. While the document does not confirm the claims nor provide detailed scientific follow-up, Its inclusion in FBI records is enough to spark serious inquiry. It provides a rare instance where a government agency recorded theories or testimony pointing toward multidimensional existence, hinting at an openness, however cautious, to consider ideas well beyond mainstream consensus. The notion of multidimensional entities also adds a new layer to the broader conversation around extraterrestrials. Unlike traditional narratives involving physical beings traveling across light years of space, this interpretation suggests a form of existence that sidesteps the limitations of time and distance altogether. These entities could, in theory, coexist with humanity in an unseen plane of existence, only interacting when they shift their frequency to align with our own. This concept is supported by metaphors drawn from technology and physics. Just as a radio can only pick up a specific frequency at a time, human perception may be similarly limited. Yet, multiple realities or dimensions could occupy the same space, just out of reach, unless one learns how to tune into them. According to the document, these visitors may have achieved that ability, using their vibrational nature to traverse between realms effortlessly. In recent years, scientific disciplines such as quantum physics and string theory have begun to explore the possibility of multiple dimensions. Some theories propose that our universe is just one of many, layered and interacting in complex ways. Though these theories remain speculative, they echo the ideas presented in the declassified memo. The potential for dimensional overlap offers a framework in which such beings could exist, travel, and even influence our world. Experiencers, those who report contact with non-human intelligence, often describe encounters that involve more than just visual or physical interaction. Many recount intense mental, emotional, or spiritual experiences that feel deeply transformative. These include sensations of timelessness, an overwhelming sense of connection or unity, and encounters with what they interpret as higher forms of knowledge or consciousness. This supports the idea that these visitors may not only be advanced in technology, but also in their understanding and application of consciousness itself. Rather than being strictly physical, the reality these beings inhabit might be one where thought and matter are closely intertwined. In such a realm, intention and awareness could shape reality, blurring the boundaries between physical laws and mental or spiritual phenomena. This could explain why many encounters with these entities involve altered states of consciousness, and why those who experience them often report profound personal changes afterward. As of right now, the declassified FBI document offers a remarkable perspective that shifts the focus from traditional extraterrestrial narratives toward a more complex, multidimensional interpretation. Whether symbolic, speculative, or grounded in actual observation, the information challenges long-held assumptions about what UFOs and their operators might be. The implications are vast, suggesting not only the presence of advanced non-human intelligence, but also that humanity may share this world with entities existing in layers of reality yet to be understood. As science continues to explore the edges of consciousness and the nature of space-time, what was once dismissed as impossible may eventually become part of a much broader and richer understanding of the universe. Why do so many people who take DMT report encounters with multidimensional beings? DMT, or dimethyltryptamine, is a naturally occurring psychedelic compound that has fascinated researchers, spiritual seekers, and psychonauts for decades. Found in a variety of plants and animals, including the human body, it is known for producing short but incredibly intense experiences that many describe as otherworldly. What makes DMT particularly mysterious is not only the vivid visual hallucinations it produces, but also the consistent reports from users around the world who describe encounters with intelligent, multidimensional beings during their journeys. These beings are not vague or abstract shapes. They are often perceived as autonomous, purposeful entities with unique personalities and advanced intelligence. Referred to by some as machine elves, aliens, or multidimensional guides, they often appear in environments that feel as real, if not more real, than everyday waking life. Users frequently report that these entities are expecting them, interacting with them, and sometimes communicating in ways that feel deeply meaningful, whether through telepathy, symbolic gestures, or feelings that are difficult to describe in words. What makes these experiences so compelling is the consistency across different cultures, belief systems, and backgrounds. While one might expect a wide range of experiences due to personal expectations or cultural influence, many of the descriptions of these beings remain remarkably similar. This raises important questions. Are these beings simply projections of the subconscious, or is something deeper taking place during the DMT experience? From a scientific perspective, DMT is a powerful tryptamine compound that interacts with serotonin receptors in the brain. Specifically, it binds to the 5-HT2A receptor, which plays a significant role in perception and cognition. The effect is an intense alteration of consciousness, producing complex visual patterns, a sense of time dilation, and a feeling of being transported to another realm entirely. During this altered state, the normal boundaries of the self and physical reality appear to dissolve, leaving users open to experiences far beyond ordinary comprehension. The brain, under the influence of DMT, may simply be generating complex images and sensations in response to its chemical environment. Some neuroscientists argue that the beings encountered are archetypes, symbolic figures that reside in the human collective unconscious, as described by Carl Jung. These archetypes, according to this view, take form during altered states to help individuals make sense of the overwhelming flood of sensory data. However, this theory does not fully explain the sense of autonomy, intelligence, and consistent character that so many people attribute to these entities. A more esoteric theory suggests that DMT acts as a gateway to other dimensions. Rather than creating hallucinations, it may allow individuals to perceive levels of reality that are normally inaccessible. This idea is supported by modern theoretical physics, which proposes that the universe may have more than 3 dimensions. String theory, for example, entertains the existence of up to 11 dimensions. If these extra dimensions exist, it is not inconceivable that consciousness, under specific conditions, might be able to tune into them. Under this view, the beings encountered on DMT are not figments of the imagination, but actual inhabitants of these higher dimensions. Their appearance and behavior may differ dramatically from anything in the physical world because they exist in a space where the laws of physics operate differently. This might explain why they can appear and vanish at will, communicate through thought, and inhabit environments that defy all spatial and temporal logic. Spiritual traditions around the world have long described similar encounters. In shamanic practices, particularly those in South America that involve ayahuasca, which contains DMT, people often speak of communicating with spirit beings, ancestors, or divine teachers. These encounters are seen as sacred, healing, and filled with knowledge. The shaman's role, in many ways, is to navigate these unseen realms and bring back wisdom to their community. The similarities between traditional shamanic experiences and modern DMT journeys are striking. Both involve access to realms populated by intelligent entities, profound emotional insights, and experiences that often feel more real than waking life. Some researchers argue that this suggests a long-standing human ability to access these states of consciousness, and possibly these dimensions, through the use of entheogens. Still, some critics maintain that the experience is entirely neurological. They suggest that the brain, when exposed to DMT, is simply entering a dreamlike state in which the sensory and cognitive filters are turned off. In this unfiltered state, random neural activity is interpreted as structured experiences. But this explanation doesn't account for the depth, consistency, or meaningful nature of these encounters.